good. Well, speaking of cohesive, tell me about some of the different categories and how you decided on them. And
well, we started out really just seeing what was out there, and we did have the idea that we wanted it to be a little bit more literate, a bit more engaging for the mind as well as the body, and so we came up with a grand scheme of kind of academia, like history, health, literature, pictures, art, and we kind of subdivided from there. So right now we have an intellectual section, we have an academic section, we have a literature section, we have 2 picture sections. We have the shameless sleaze, which is for the more shameless
sounds like
things.
The traditional type of sites,
which is definitely on our site because you can't talk about sex on the internet without that. And we also have another section called Eye Candy, which has a lot of the online photography sites. There's
more
quite
artistic
a lot
nudes and things like that. Okay, real quickly, tell me a couple of your real popular, the sites that you thought were sort of the best ones. You've been out there searching, obviously.
Well, my personal favorite is a site called Cruella. It's based out of England. It's Cruella.com.
Scared already.
And, well, the premise behind it is so odd. It just never occurred to me. It's about Amazon women and crushing men and like stepping on them. And it has this one little section with these mini men, and they have these women wearing bras made out of these tiny little men and like little thongs and stuff. Just very, very strange.
I don't think we won't explore why you were attracted to that, and I probably won't show the site to my girlfriend. But thank you for pointing that out.
Actually, it's quite tame. There's not really. You have to order the videos on that site, so there's not actually that much to see. It's just very well done.
For URLs of today's featured websites, check out the Internet Cafe site at cmptv.com.
Okay, I've done it. I've done my Twitch Lord thing for the night, and I said it in chat. I finally filled out my better TV slots, so Peepo is here. Poor Peepo. All right, boys, we are in Threed. We went to Onet or OneNet. I don't know how you say it. Then Tucson. Now Threed. Although I'm pretty sure Threed was called LA in Earthbound Beginnings. Whatever. Hey, Eric. Anyway, Threed's haunted. It's straight up haunted. It's got zombies and ghosts. And we're here to fix the situation. I think I already bought all my stuff. Here's John. Yeah, so there is a bot. There are 2 bots, actually. Nightbot is here, and he has no commands. It has no commands. They have no commands. Also, Hydration Bot is here, and Hydration Bot, Stay Hydrated Bot, does its job. It does its job well. Man, episode 2 sucked. Oh, that's right, I can order pizzas now. Yeah! Episode 2, man, might be the most expensive, terrible movie ever made. Is that true? Hydration Bot is the only good bot on Twitch. I've been watching a lot of the Hungry channel lately. Food used to be called. They just play like 24/7 reel of cooking shows. Yeah, Attack the Clones. And there's a bot in there that you give it the taco command, and it throws a taco to somebody, and then it just keeps track of how many tacos it's thrown. It's a pretty wholesome bot. Dude got beat up by zombies. What a puss. Enjoyed 2 more than 1? Really? I actually have grown to like 1 a lot more as time goes on, and 2 has aged so terribly. 1, like, has some legitimately good stuff about it. 2 is just wall-to-wall bad. Yeah, episode 2 is torturous. I actually have found a lot to appreciate about 1. Anakin sucks, and like the political underpinnings of it don't really make sense until episode 3. But now that episode 3's out, 1 is actually pretty good. Obi-Wan scenes are tolerable, everything else is assaulting. Oh, and episode 2, yeah. God, Ewan McGregor, man. And episode 1 was shot on film, yeah. 2 looks like a really bad episode of Beast Wars. Like, it's incredible just how awful it is. I knew episode 2 was bad as a kid, so it must have been bad. Yeah. I think episode 2 is like, it is a great, like, watch with friends drunk kind of movie. Batman Forever, episode 2. That's right, there's the... Ooh. It's like a haunted... Oh yeah, there's a haunted circus down here. I remember the circus tent is like the boss. Man, this game's weird. Hey, Drunken Bar Fight. Hey, it's been a while. It's nice to see you again. Axel Awesome 4. Thanks for subscribing via Twitch Prime. What do you think about Revenge of the Sith? I think it is probably the most traditionally good Star Wars movie of the prequels. That's kind of a safe opinion, right? I think there were, kind of like episode 1, there are some things it could have done a lot better. And I think most of the things that, like, it didn't sink as... It definitely, the lows were a lot higher than episode 1 and 2. And the highs were about as high. I think the thing that bugs me about episode 3 is that there were 2 very cool things that they biffed real hard. Anakin's, like, moment where he switches to being Sith was... If I really think about it, I get it, but it was executed so poorly. Neon Phil, thank you for Twitch Prime sub, and also Murtag, thanks for resubbing. Oh, you're stuck inside from a snowstorm. Oof. Features the longest sword fight in cinematic history, which is the best record to set in a movie. Yeah, so about that. That sequence is awesome, and it's well-paced, but the storyboard pisses me off. There's so much good choreography, and they won't hang on a camera for a while, and I don't know why. Because the actors are doing it. They're doing it, but the camera work is slaughtering your appreciation of it. It pisses me off as much as Transporter 3 angered me, and that it had like really good choreography, and the camera work was too hyper. Like, let me see it. Let me see it. Episode 1, I thought, was perfect about that. The Duel of the Fates fight, a lot shorter, obviously, but man, some of these like just sweeping tracking shots, some of these just steady side shots, so it's like a sword fight. So, I don't know why episode 3 didn't do that. I was expecting Duel of the Fates like part 2, and it wasn't that. So, bummer. But yeah, as far as like Anakin embracing the dark side, I liked the writing, but I hated the execution. So like, the idea that he's such a mama's boy and that he needs control, those things are awesome. Like, those are great character motivations, surprisingly deep for what has just been a golly gee like kind of character. I'm like, yeah, that's like a believable way. And like Yoda's stuff of like, you have to let go, but he can't do it. Love it. And yeah, Zach, you're right. Throne room scene in 8 is perfect. Wait, 8? Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry. With yeah, so that is Duel of the Fates, like part 8. Last Jedi, that one scene to me kind of paved over what I was expecting from episode 3. That's kind of what I was expecting. Maybe not like, yeah, exactly, Bella. John Wick is great because it realizes that the dance is what you came to see, and it makes sure you can see it, and that's what's great about it. Somnowak, thanks for the resub. Finish your taxes. Shit, I haven't done that yet. I'm scared this year, man. My financial sitch is complicated. What'd you think of 8? I honestly hated it so much. I will not ever tell anyone to not hate that movie. But, I liked it because I think my need for solid, predictable Star Wars was fully satisfied with, Force Awakens. If that movie weren't there, I'd be a lot more pissed off at Last Jedi, but it is. So I can go watch that when I want that lighthearted, fanciful, kind of like storybook, fun characters, fun action sequences kind of thing. I really respect Last Jedi for being so unique. I mean, you can't do fairy tales forever, right? I mean, maybe you can, but I respect the daring of it, and I think there's a lot of good stuff that came out of it. A lot of bad stuff too, especially if you're very spiritually bought into what Star Wars is. I can see that it kind of undoes a lot of that. A lot of what you might have liked about it. Your best friend died in Force Awakens? Ooh, Han Solo? Spoilers? By killing Snoke, you send us into a movie that cannot be like Return of the Jedi, which is a fantastic choice. You're right. I mean, so there is an artwork to, like, permutation. I think that you can do a lot by touching on the same, like, bouncing off the same themes from different angles. If Star Wars wanted to, like, play it safe, that's what they would have done. But they didn't, and I have a lot of respect for that. Oh yeah, Master Belch. Oh, thank you, Durf. You guys seem mad informed, and I appreciate that. Well, it's our jobs, right? And we've been in it long enough to kind of start, like, to not only get an understanding of what we're doing, but what's happening around us. So, I think that I don't... Can you just go to Foresight right now? Is there a reason you can't? Oh, I bet the ghosts probably get you. I'm gonna check it out. Because this goes to the desert, right? Ah! Okay. What if I don't go back? Oh, people guns there? Excellent. Liked a lot with what was happening at 8. Wasn't even that bothered about Luke's final scenes. Pretty sloppy from a writing perspective. I think if you... Oh, he's following me now. I think if you judge it by, like, traditional storytelling and traditional Star Wars, sloppy, yeah. I think it left holes. It intentionally left holes. And I think that... in terms of moving the pieces around the board, it was actually pretty smart about what it did. That's just me, though. I've seen the Clone Wars cartoons because they are good. I've seen some of them. Like the Tartakovsky ones? Or the CG ones. I've seen a little bit of both. Oh! Goddamn, okay. Damn you, handsome Tom. He's not even that handsome. Actually, yeah, he's actually pretty good looking. CG ones become triple S rank Star Wars by the end of the series. Well, yeah, because it actually shows the Clone Wars, right? I've heard that it actually gets pretty fucking legit. I need to, yeah, I need to watch that series. Did it come out on Blu-ray or anything? Yeah, the fight from 8 was so good. So good. I had goosebumps when I was watching it. It's like that first shot. That first shot with the red curtains in the background and them two squaring off with, like, kind of the fisheye that, like, gladiatorial shot. That just immediately lets you know it's like, this is some fucking glorious business. Do not blink. It's on Blu-ray? Sweet. Okay. Did it say a sandwich was in the trash can? Yes. A skip sandwich. Trash sandwich. It makes you run faster. I don't know why. Okay. Hidden road in the graveyard, you say? Yeah, this game's weird. Master Belch is the zombie leader. Alright. Yeah. Doing your last semester of classes, and the semester... Once I finish my internship at the summer, I graduate. Congratulations! Are you excited? Excited to be out? Oh yeah, this dude. He's like an arms dealer. Hanging out behind the pizza shop. Welcome to the circus. I just pissed myself. Okay, so Path in the Graveyard probably goes to Belch. Throne Room felt so Flash Gordon to me, especially since that's where Star Wars came from. Yeah, but like it's like 4K Flash Gordon, right? Back in the day, Flash Gordon was just like pew pew with his gun, and then like Kirk double fist chopping something that was wearing a foam outfit, kicking people with both hands in the air. That's daring and action. Yeah. Yeah. Played Brave Fencer Musashi. No, I actually never did. I didn't have a PlayStation when that was... Meant that in a good way. Loved the movie? Okay. I really loved parts of it. I also think it was too long. I think that... And yeah, I think the whole, like, Finn subplot... Like, it was there... It was there to like... make something happen that was on a dry erase board, but it just didn't feel like it did what it needed to do. This is where the zombie headquarters is. I liked Rogue One a lot. I like Rogue One the more time goes by, and the further away I get from it. I thought Rogue One kind of pushed the limits in terms of like the number of characters and the speed at which it introduced them. But it's supposed to be Poe and Finn. Yeah. 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 I like Solo a lot too. I like Solo a lot. To me, like, Solo was the perfect side story. I thought it... I don't know. Some people were like really bothered by the nods and winks to existing canon. That didn't really bother me. I thought it was like elegant enough. It was fun. It had a great sense of adventure and like I thought they nailed the character. Yeah, Zach, I agree. I think everybody's expectations were so blended up by Last Jedi that they didn't know what to make about like a solid, fun, adventurous Star Wars movie. I was into it. Aw. I was just saying hi. Yeah, a lot of people were bothered by the scene where he gets his name, but that didn't bug me so much. I thought it was reasonable enough. I thought it, if I think about it in a vacuum, I'm still like, well, it still did something. It still told you something about his character. It, like, really put a stamp on him just being adrift. Like, having no connections. And, like, kind of desperately wanting somebody. I mean, that's the whole beginning of the movie, right? He's just trying to find somebody. Trying to find a friend. And then he finds Chewie. Ah. The zombie Herald? What, the zombies are making newspapers now? You know things are bad when the zombies are making the newspapers. But it's so shiny out there. Oh, it was dark visually? Solo? I think there were parts that were dark. I thought like the Kessel Run part was dark. But like the train robbery was, I recall, being pretty good. I think the headcanon is a big issue with stuff like his name. Everyone probably has their own origin story for Han. How can any movie ever live up? People usually don't try to suspend that. Yeah, I guess you're right, Durf. I intentionally never thought about it. And I never like read EU or anything like that. I think had the luxury of sort of watching Star Wars in a vacuum. I had no one to talk about it with. So I honestly never thought Han was cool, and it's weird to me that people think he is. Because the movies portray him as a coward and a whiner, and like, he's got like kind of charm, but he's kind of a loser. He's in debt. He actually fucks up a lot. He's just got a lot of bravado, right? Like, he's self-confident, but it's obviously covering up for his... I don't know. I don't think the movies ever portrayed him as being like cool or good. So for me, I never like built up this cool backstory for him. I was just like, he's just a dweeb. He's a dweeb who acts cool to cover up the fact that he's like kind of a loser. Like, Chewie was the cool one. Chewie covered for his ass like all the time. That's why they made such a good team. I liked him okay. I thought his arc through the movies was awesome. Like his unwillingness to admit that he has feelings for somebody, that he can be vulnerable, and the way that they do that in Empire, and then how they extend that in through Jedi is just, it's great. It shows him express humility, like he grows as a person. Okay, there's the graveyard. And I love that, like, Solo was a great compliment to that, because it showed you how he got those complexes, how he learned to not trust, because he was betrayed by, like, everyone except Chewie. Yeah, trash teddy bear, sweet. How did his character stack up against the others back in the 70s? Was he a big break from tradition? I honestly don't know. I don't know anything about, like... Oh, it's the hint shop? Okay. I don't know anything about, like, movie history, and I really can't, with any amount of authority, qualify how men were portrayed in 70s films. When I think of that, all I think is, like, Burt Reynolds, and that's just gross. Just gross dudes. Han was a drug smuggler? Yeah. I mean, yeah, he carried contraband. And he ran from everything. Like, the movie sets it up as like he runs away from trouble, which is why the end of A New Hope is so important, because he actually comes back and fights. But it is Harrison Ford, and he's charismatic and nice looking. He is, but I thought he also portrayed the, like, dorky wiener side of Han Solo really well too. But I think people also found that endearing, so yeah. Man, just imagine if anyone but Harrison Ford played Han Solo. He's such a smelly ghost. Look at how smelly that ghost is. Stupid little arms. What do you think of the guy who played young Solo? Oh, well. You're not asking me, but I'm gonna answer anyway. I thought he was great. I thought that... Yeah, I thought he played like a less nuanced version of Han Solo, but that's fine because he was younger. And in that way, like, it was perfect. So I don't know how much of that is just that actor, like, did that on purpose or by accident, but I thought it worked out really well either way. Putrid, moldy man. Just sit in his little trash can. Han wins. Deckard got his ass handed to him constantly. Yeah, Deckard never won a fight. All he did was shoot a woman in the back. That's the other thing. Like, Deckard was also a loser. Like, he was a washed-up cop, alcoholic, lived by himself. Well, maybe not alcoholic, but I just read that into it. Because, I mean, he's like a noir detective, right? They're all alcoholics. Hello, Zydake. Was it Deckard or Reploid? I mean, yeah, whatever. This is more just like talking about character archetypes. Han Solo, but he's played by Jack Nicholson. I mean, that would pull off, I think, the skeezy loser aspect a lot better. Jack Nicholson is a hell of an actor, though. There's sometimes, man, you want to headcanon shit. I love thinking about, like, really good actors and what they could have done in other roles. Like, it's easy to think about Jack Nicholson as an archetype or like a stereotype, but God, he was such a good actor. Deckard simultaneously is and isn't a replicant. What is Reploid from? That's Mega Man X, isn't it? Austin. Whatever, they're all robots. Han Solo, but Woody Allen? Ugh. Good. Ever seen Chinatown? No. I have not. I need to, though. I mean, I live in LA. I need to watch Chinatown. It's like required reading. Depada. One of those is real. I love film noir. I do not have a proper education on film noir. I read The Maltese Falcon. Does that count? Not even film, though. No good fly. Chinatown is neo-noir, but it counts. I think it's pop. There are like hardliners that say noir cannot be made past a certain year, right? Like it's gone. Oh wait, she's not crying anymore. All right, well whatever. Is this the real trash can? It is. Ooh. For use with flies. Oh yeah, JC, I need to finish up LA Noire for sure. Gotta knock out Resident Evil 2. I gotta be near the end, right? Honest to God, expected a character to say Han always shoots first? Oh, like in the movie? No, but like that's the thing though. They address that in a much better way. In a much more clever way. Why doesn't anyone give that credit, man? The end of that movie is such a great, like, shoot first moment. It teaches him to shoot first. And it also, I think, kind of like, just like kicks George Lucas in the shin a little bit and be like, motherfucker! Like, that scene was important to Han Solo's character, you ass. Kind of push it back towards that canon. The Kingdom Hearts 3 got all the achievements and literally haven't been able to pick up another game. I'm debating trying to get all the achievements in Kingdom Hearts 3. Some of the collection stuff, though, I'm gonna need a guide for. I don't want to do that shit. Oh, natural. Like how the zombies are wearing shorts. Yeah, I'm in the lab, but you know, then I gotta play Claire. I'm debating whether or not I want to try to like unlock Hank, Chunk. I can never remember that asshole's name. And Tofu. You need S+ for that, right? There's only one that's a pain in the ass, and it's one of the hidden ones, so it won't spoil. All right. Spooky ghosts. I really like the retcons and the spin-offs. Like the reason for the Death Star's weakness and the fucking use of parsecs being correct in Solo. I agree. I think it's super smart. There's a woman of ill repute. Oh my. Ooh. Does she have little... She has little digit boobs. This is weird that they're using a sexy pixelated woman to... Rogue One's only fault is that Act 1 is disjointed and that's all I got. To me, Jyn Erso's like come to God moment was pretty weak, I thought. The Forrest Whitaker stuff, the like message from her dad, she flips pretty fast. I think A New Hope at least had that scene where like Luke was bummed out and then like a moment of action forced him to decide. I thought Jyn just kind of like looked at a hologram and was like, okay, I'm in it now. Because she got an email from her dad. But whatever, man. It's been done worse. Oh. That hot lady got me. Cassian does give her shit for just caring about the rebellion. That's fair. That's fair. That was acknowledged in the movie. I feel like her response wasn't very convincing, though. But, What Keyblades in 3 were your favorite? I liked, God help me, I liked Pooh's. Pooh's was real good. Once I get on the Scarif, I'm hard the entire time. Dude, that ending sequence is so good. Like, it is the most... Like, Jedi had a pretty good, like, multi-layer fight, right? Like, Surface of Endor, Orbital fight, and then Throne Room. And they were all connected, like bouncing up and down. But to me, the escalation of the fight at the end of Rogue One is masterful. So you have like stealth infiltration to take out defenses, all right? Then you have ground assault. Then air comes in to like suppress ground. Or sorry, no. Then it's ground artillery to suppress like on foot. And then air comes in to beat the artillery. And then orbital comes in to beat the air. It's like actually like a tactical engagement. It's an actual battle. It's so cool. Krennic is the only person in history to get headshotted by the Death Star. Yeah, and then that You want to talk about, like, yeah, Darth Vader, right, Zach? You want to talk about, like, that's the one time somehow Star Wars beat everyone's headcanon about how badass Darth Vader could be. Because you never saw it. And that's the other thing that, like, Episode 3 just whiffed on hard. You never got to see Anakin being awesome. He was just a whiny bitch, and all the cool parts happened between the movies. And even, like, the fight with him and Obi-Wan wasn't as just, like... It was impressive, I guess. It just didn't feel like it was the blowout it should have been. If. Yeah, pins a dude to the ceiling and cuts him in half in passing. It was the terror. Like, you can believe that Vader being the dude that snaps a guy's neck with one hand at the beginning of A New Hope. But they kind of, so good. Ugh. And I feel like also, this is something that I've never heard validated anywhere else. But I think you can actually see Vader get a little less rash over the course of the original 3 movies. Because at the beginning of A New Hope, he's like snapping people's necks. In Empire, he does choke somebody out, like over force, but he's very clinical about it. He's not mad. He's just like, you fucked up. Now you're in charge. Like, it was the same sort of implementation, but without the emotion. Like, I feel like he was getting more emotionally cold. So what I love about it is that Rogue One had like the hottest, angriest, most brutal Vader. And he kind of chilled off or just got like less mad. Like, it was just a job, if that makes sense. So the new canon, the comics explain that by having him learn that Luke is his son pretty early on. I feel like that would have changed how he behaved in Empire and Jedi. Anticali, thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime. So yeah, what I like doing is appreciating that. What's wild to me is that in movies that are designed to appeal to every human on the planet, there is still that much care and like attention to detail put in them. Like, Darth Vader's he's a fairy tale villain. But the fact that you can read those notes of nuance in him are really cool. I also liked how like Obi-Wan's sword fighting style changes over the prequels. Roommate says, shout out to Lawrence because you're playing his favorite game. Yeah. Your roommate is an intellectual. I think he learns about it a year after episode 4. I could see that. I feel like the change in tone between A New Hope and Empire in the movies, I could buy that. I feel like he'd look for him, though. Maybe he wouldn't tell the Emperor about it, but I feel like he'd be looking for him. I guess they were looking for the rebels. But wouldn't like their Force connection make it easy for him to find him, especially when he starts training on Dagobah? I guess he tells him at the end of Empire. He was hunting him the whole time. You know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm okay with that. Thanks for the cheer, boys. Kingdom Hearts 3 pre-order bits? Kingdom Hearts 3 has enriched my life so much. How much time passes between episode 4 and 5? I always thought it was fairly significant because, like, Han Solo joins the rebellion and he becomes a captain. Luke, like, has actual force power. Like, he can suck a lightsaber out of ice. So he's been training by himself. So 3 years? Okay. That sounds right. Anyway, Red Legs, thanks for the resub. Guys, it's chilly. It's winter. I'm in winters. As I recall, this area has like a pretty legendary cold weather track, music-wise. Luke and Vader meet once between 4 and 5. Really? Hey, King. Yes, this is definitely some goat action. That's a nice dream, though. Just like taking a long walk with your buddy. I've never had a dream like that. I just realized Jeff looks like Jerry Lewis, and that's depressing. I've had a Leia comic in my house that I borrowed from the library 2 years ago, and I feel awful for still having it. Probably owe $1 million. Gotta go square up. Also, how are you gonna get another Leia comic? Time for the real hot takes. Last Jedi had its problems, but it's fine. Skip the horse planet, except for the DJ scenes, and bam, it's better. Yeah, I agree. I think... Luke tries to fight him and takes like one swing before everyone else is like, okay, time to leave. Yeah. That is about how that encounter should go. Well, that means Vader let him go, right? Or did like some bullshit where like a pipe burst and he was like, ah! Ah, steam! Ah, I'm just a Sith, but steam, I can't chase you now. Oh yeah, there's a Loch Ness monster you get to ride. Well, not a monster, that's unfair. Do my business and go to bed. Yeah, fight your library. Librarians are raw, they're hard. There's Nessie and Stonehenge? Fucking warp to Scotland. I guess that's where Winters is. Holy hell. Oh, it's a birthday party. Hand decorated each cookie. Well, I can't take all these cookies. Maxwell. I mean, I will take all these cookies, though. Hell yeah. Ain't no morality in RPGs, baby. I'm a hero. I did appreciate, so it's weird, right? Like, I really appreciated some of the commentary in, like, in The Last Jedi about how, like, you can't just call yourself a hero to justify everything you do, you know? But that does undo the idea of Star Wars being about myths and about heroes. So yeah, I get why people are mad, because it's like, that's not what I signed on for. I watched Star Wars to see fairy tales about heroes, and you can't undo a hero right in front of me. Like, you can't, ooh, gotcha, ooh, and then like try and make me feel bad for believing it. Like, I get it. I get why people are kind of mad at that. That is kind of a trick. Like wagging your finger at wanting to see the movie that you paid to go see. Is his eyes sunken, or is he wearing glasses? Dr. Andonuts. Dr. Andonuts. Is that a pun or something? I don't know. Who cares? It's a little bent. Keep it longer. That kid's face is weird. New canon makes a scene in 5 where the Emperor tells Vader that Luke is the son of Skywalker that much better because Vader already knows, and by that point he is lying to his master and feigning a lack of caring. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it actually... I don't think it directly contradicts anything, and yeah, I agree. I think it does kind of add some texture to some of those scenes. Are they all locked? I guess they're all locked. I gotta try them all. That is why some people dislike DDLC, because it wags its finger at the player for liking dating sims. Then again, it's free games, so no harm, no foul. Oh, Doki Doki? Does it really finger wag? I guess it does, yeah. I liked it a lot. I didn't know if it was so much finger wagging as I thought it was trying to teach. Which I guess is valid, except, yeah, I guess it's kind of an identical situation. To me, Doki Doki was like, they're trying to warn you against believing that you're the main character and everyone else is just incidental to your story. That, like, everyone that you see and everyone you know has a life away from you, and that is a full life, just as full as yours, and you don't think about that because you're not them, but you can't assume that the side of them you see is everything they have. And I really, really liked that. Especially for people that watch a lot of anime. Holy shit. They could stand to use that information, I think. I think there are a lot of people, well, it's just a human condition thing. I think a lot of people people are not background characters. Yeah, it's a sucky feeling because it makes you acknowledge that you're not the you're not the protagonist. I gotta straighten out this key. Maybe I could talk to Maxwell again. Why'd you hand me a goddamn bent key? A lot of people misunderstand Luke trying to kill Ben. Huh? What is that all about? Is that some EU stuff? Oh, you mean in, right, that Ben. In, Last Jedi. That's another thing too, I guess. Is making your heroes flawed. Machines that open doors, especially when you have a slightly bad key. Very specific name. Hey Mickey, thanks for the Prime sub. It tells people who use the word NPC unironically to describe people to fuck off and get a life. Yeah. Yes, exactly. You're 100% right. I mean, I've kind of ranted about it before, but the NPC meme itself, I think, is like... The fact that somebody would do that ironically is they're literally telling the world, I cannot empathize. My brain cannot conceive of people having different opinions than my own. And that's like, well, dude, you're broken. Like, that's not something to brag about. It doesn't make you strong. You're just telling the world you're a child. Ugh. Time to eat some cookies for somebody else's birthday. I'm a hero. I'm so happy they gave Luke flaws, who's kind of annoyingly nice / good in the original trilogy. Yeah, I mean, he was just kind of lukewarm. Get it? He didn't really do much, right? Like, he didn't actually do much. I'm trying to think of what he did that was actually heroic. He volunteered to fight. He blew up a Death Star. In Episode 5, he gets mauled by a bear. He goes to train on his own. And then he goes to fight his dad. Which, I guess he was trying to rescue his friends. But it makes you wonder exactly, like, what his motivations were. He was angry. He wanted to fight. So he was kind of like idiot teenager. And that's Episode 5. Episode 6, he actually, okay. Yeah, redeeming Vader was the most heroic thing Luke did. Yes, you're right. By the end of 6, I think he actually becomes a hero because he learns, like... Winning is... You're not fighting to beat somebody, you're fighting to prevent pain. And if fighting doesn't do that, then why would you fight? You know? So it's like... Killing Vader is not the reason you fight. It's to remove hatred from the world. It's kind of a light side, dark side thing, whatever. So yeah, it's... They never, in any of the original trilogy, they never established Luke to be like an emotionally resilient person, aside from him figuring out that he couldn't give himself over to like revenge, which is a pretty good thing for a hero to do. But yeah, I think like raising and training a whole slew of Jedi that all have their own mental hang-ups is way more taxing. And yeah, Donald Glover is also awesome. Luke never actually inflicts any harm on Vader in Episode 6. He only attacks his cybernetic limbs. I didn't think about that. Huh. Yeah, but this track has some jingle bells. It's used to label simpletons on both sides by the right, I guess, because calling people simpletons is more of a right thing to do than not. Oh, are you talking about the NPC meme? Isn't it crazy to speak to people that don't consider the possibility that they're wrong? People that can't imagine the world from other perspective. Thing is, like, I used to do that, so I kind of get it. That doesn't make it right, but I get it. I get why somebody falls into that trap. Wait, oh. I can buy a monkey? Oh, I can't afford $2,500. I have $2. Well, I guess I can use one of those dollars to buy a monkey. You watching the UFC fight tomorrow? Nah, man. Who is, buy a pack of bubblegum, you can have a monkey for free. Who's fighting? I haven't watched UFC in a while. But yeah, there's there's definitely an age where your brain has absorbed enough that it's full, and then you think, well, if my brain is full, then I must know everything. There's that like Greek cutoff of knowledge where before you hit this, you think you know a lot, and then once you've crested that hill and you can see the breadth of human existence and truly be humbled by it, and realize that there's so much going on in the world and so many different situations and so many different lives, so many different perspectives, and to like I think also witness yourself being wrong and subjective about something and being humble enough to admit that. Before that, you think, if anyone thinks differently than me, they must be wrong. Because I have thought about it, I have went through my logical processes, and I've reached the conclusion that only a reasonable and intelligent person such as myself would reach. So, logically, if anyone else is thinking differently, they're wrong. They're influenced by societal factors, blah, 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 blah. You work backwards to justify it however much you need to. Taza, you're drunk and in the house. Awesome. I thought about having a drink, but I did my insanity workout on a double from In-N-Out, and my body was not ready to accept more toxins. Which is bizarrely I think the fringe benefit of actually working out hard. Being humbled by your own lack of knowledge and using that to grow yourself is honestly the best feeling. I mean, it is, Durf. It's peace. And that's something that I can tell, like, so many angry internet dudes just don't have. Because they're all amped up, man. All amped up and mad about everything. Everything's a fight. Insanity on a double. Yeah, and cheese fries. Ugh. I'm a strong man, okay? Luke never did that shit. I'm still on P90X. I mean, P90X is really hard, too. I used to do some yoga workouts from P90X, and they were very difficult and very long. I never did the full P90X routine, but... Christ, man, this does a shitload of damage. I don't have any... I have cookies. Okay. I'll probably level like crazy. Good. You're back in LA the last week of June? Nice. Yeah, I have rounded a corner on In-N-Out. I used to think it was just bad. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm alright with that. Like, once every other month. But definitely not a goddamn wait in the drive-thru line, backing out into the street kind of situation. What the hell is that? It's like, I'll get an urge for it, but at the same level that I'll be like, man, I feel like Wendy's for some reason. How often do you crave Whataburger? Fairly often. I mean, mostly the breakfast. There is no equal to the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit or taquitos or anything like that. An actual Whataburger? I feel like I've had enough. I know what they taste like. I think, like, once in a while, I think they're like, other sandwiches are better. They had like a chicken strip barbecue, like mozzarella Texas toast sandwich that was awesome. And their patty melts are really good too, so. But that's like 1,200 calories. Yeah, when you're crossed and end up a Whataburger, for sure. I would like some tea, thank you. Oh, okay. That's on the menu permanently? Nice! Oh my god, okay, so next time I go back to Texas, I'll have to get that. How far are you into the game? I don't really know how to answer that. Like... 7 or 8 hours, I would say? A decent chunk. I'm not in the beginning anymore, but I'm definitely not substantially through the game. Jack in the Box is good, yeah. Haven't had fast food for 7 weeks. I miss the taste of burgers. Oh, somehow I got... Okay, sure. I'll take it. Yeah, Whataburger is like... It's salty. To me, that's the dominating... That's the secret. Is they just put a shitload of salt in everything. The burgers are real salty. The fries are amazingly salty. But I love salt. So we good. What left my one-armed swordsman to say hello to all of you. I don't know what that means, but hello, Rudy. How you doing? Always good to see you, man. How's it going? Yeah, JC, I think that's fair. In-N-Out, good basic burger. Whataburger's great specialty sandwiches. Yeah. I will say this time I got better, like, beef patty notes, if I'm going to be pretentious about it, from In-N-Out. I was like, actually, dang. That's a pretty... Monkeys love gum. What are you talking about? Look at all these guys looking for Nessie. Or Tessie, excuse me. I hate overly salty food. Oh, man. I'm in it. I'm so in it. I have been bitten by Tessie Mania, it's true. Five Guys, I'm not a fan. It's too... somehow too greasy. Yeah, go deeper, go dead is absolutely true. Worst part of Final Fantasy 15 is how good the food looks. Ah, so good. Free stew, booyah. Oh, I'm getting psychic images, alright. Make your own burgers. A lot of fresh ground pepper. A little bit of salt. Boom. I do make them... Oh, that's right. Jeff will fix broken shit when you sleep sometimes. Was Nessie copyrighted? I don't know. Oh! It's not foggy anymore? It's windy? Are these signs that Tessie is about? Yeah, Five Guys is good and has the soggiest burgers. I don't know. For me, I don't like a soggy burger. As a person with chronic gastritis, this discussion is physically hurting me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I have... It's sad because like, to me, pity implies looking down on, and it's not that. I just feel really bad for people that have, like, allergies or digestive problems, that food is painful, that they can't enjoy one of the most basic enjoyable things about being a living human. Yeah, this OST is so good. So expressive. My bubble monkey has tamed this cute dino. This is a nice moment. Have you been to the counter? Yeah. It is expensive in Somniwhack, but I do like it because you can get an Impossible Patty on, like, greens with just shitloads of vegetables and some cheese and pesto. That is a good meal, man. I love meals that it's just, like, cramming fresh vegetables in your mouth with, like, a good sauce. Jeff carries a gun? Yeah. Jeff's a goddamn baller. Look at him. His bow tie. Goddamn pistol. I like Tommy's and Carney's burgers the most. All I did in LA was eat, smoke, and hang out at the Comedy Store. Sounds like a good trip. When I go smoke weed, this time don't end the stream. Okay, you got it. I'll be here. That trumpet, yeah. The stream going? Pretty good, I'd say. Just hanging out, man. Friday night. Playing some RPGs. Listening to some Jingle Bells. About to shoot this ram to death. Or goat, excuse me. Look at how gruff he is. Thanks, Bubble Monkey. Okay. He ain't nothing now. Oh, never mind. That was some damage. Oh, baby. I don't have any more healing items. Hey, it's a pencil. I guess I'll come back here later as Ness. A free dungeon for me? Wow, I can't wait. dungeons with this music. Somebody a dungeon enthusiast? Hey, I really like dungeon. Imagine if that happened in real life. There's just like a hole in the wall and you step in and somebody's like, hey, cool. Do you like dungeons? I made a dungeon. Not like a sex thing. It's just got treasure and some monsters to fight. Here's your sword. Like, cool. That would be awesome, dude. Ah. Isn't that just escape rooms? It totally is. Holy shit, you're right. Yeah. Okay. This game had an escape room before that was the thing. I'd be a dungeon guy. Log all the visitors for the guide. That sounds nice. Just at the front desk. Sweet. Gotta keep that... Ah, alright, bread. Ah! It's a shame I didn't wait till I had the bread roll. I could have had an egg sandwich. Doesn't work that way, but... You can't kill things in escape rooms? You're not killing things here. You're like, making things tame and stuff. I had a pizza with a cauliflower-based sauce. Was delicious. Oh! Steph gets these, cauliflower crust pizzas. And they are really good. And shockingly low in calorie. A lot of them are just like cheese and cheese sauce and cauliflower crust. But you can add stuff if you want. Usually we add like salt, of course, and like Italian seasoning, stuff like that. Maybe some garlic. Yeah, exceptionally crisp, exactly. Shockingly crisp. Like better than dough crisps sometimes. Long-time subscriber for infrequent watcher, my bad. Seraph, man, if you got a live, don't apologize for that. You have a musical background at all? Ever play any instruments? Yes, I was in a band with my dad. And then I would just noodle around in my, like, bedroom on a guitar. Playing, like, nerd rock songs and singing. Getting my teen emotions out. Yeah, I listen to a lot of music. Need my gluten. Dough is delicious, too. I'd never argue against, like, a good, chewy chunk of dough. Man, now I'm just thinking about food a lot. I'm trying to debate how restrictive I need to be diet-wise while I'm doing Insanity, right? I should be able to, like, eat whatever I want. Well, I can't, though. Can't eat whatever I want. That's the thing. I don't know where to draw the line. What music did you and your dad play? American colonial folk music. So these are like not necessarily line dance. That's even more modern than what this is. This is like music for contra dances, which is like 2 lines. Oh, not a falling rock, a falling photographer. Music is huge. Yeah, well said. You just need to be a caloric deficit. Yeah, I know, but I don't know how many calories I'm burning. So. Fuzzy pickles. So, who wrote those songs? The Puritans? No, this stuff was like largely came from like provincial England and Ireland and stuff. Yeah, playing a guitar, yelling over Sephiroth, killing Aerith. I couldn't sit through that multiple times. Cotton Eye Joe. The original version, yes, was in our repertoire, which, by the way, is the most basic song in the world. Cotton Eye Joe is in, like, C major, and it's 3 of the most basic chords in the world. I remember that fucking song thinking, like, this is for school children. But yeah. And then there was that fire-ass remix in the late 90s. Boy, that was surreal. Because, yeah, we actually did play Cotton Eye Joe as a dance thing. And then the most ostentatious techno dance remix came out. That is the best song in the world, by the way. It's Dropkick Murphys cover band. That's about the sort of thing, except our stuff wasn't vocal. But yeah, JC, you're on the right track there. We play stuff like Scotland the Brave, and I heard a podcast where they analyzed the lyrics to Cotton Eye Joe. It's about an STD. Really? Huh. Wow, I think you're right. Ooh. Man. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to bashing on this worthless protoplasm. Aw, he has a friend though. That means he's not worthless after all. What does the spy option do? Let me get down to one enemy and I'll use it. I'm pretty sure it tells you their HP and stuff, and if they're holding an item. Oh, it tells you stats. Oh, and vulnerabilities. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. It tells you a status effect. One of the things I always hated about RPGs is that when it had like 8 statuses, like it could blind them and paralyze them and confuse them. But there's no way to know if they're vulnerable to any of them, and a lot of the times bosses are just immune to them. Sometimes they'll be cheeky and make like, oh, this boss you can put to sleep, but you have no idea. So what do? Do you just spend like 5 turns trying to cast every status and see if it works? And if it doesn't work, did you just miss, or is it immune? Like, so that's actually really cool. That in a JRPG, there is a skill that will tell you specifically if an enemy is weak to status effects. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Yeah. Because it like you have breakouts. Gross. That makes a lot of sense though. Yeah, Beatloaf. Earthbound was cool in general. Too true. It's weird how forward-thinking it was about a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's a herp dick. Well, think about it. Cotton-eyed. So there's like goo coming out the end of your dick. Ah, shit. Can you name every Steam game you need to complete? Stream game? This, Resident Evil 2. LA Noire. I'm up to Mega Man X3. Nier Automata. I feel like I'm missing something. I think I'm in the middle of anything else. Witcher 3, yeah, there you go, Witcher 3. Grand Theft Auto 5 story. Go for it, bad boy. I love it when nerds try to say cool things to each other. Mother 3 turned me into a little bitch and I hugged my mom when I beat it the first time. Danganronpa, thank you. I'm so sorry, I forgot, yeah. But yes, man, Mother 3, I only played like 4 or 5 hours of it, and it was probably the most emotionally intense experience I've ever had playing a game. New Vegas, thank you, sorry. I need to make a to-do list or something. Oh, Brick Road, hello. You got a weird mustache, and you're wearing overalls and nothing else. Socks? You look like somebody who would be really into dungeon design. What are my skills? Dr. Andonin's it can become Dungeon Man! This game is weird. Senran Kagura? Yeah. Isn't there a new one coming out? First combination of human and dungeon. Damn it. Why did this have to become a sex thing? Did you ever beat Red Dead? I did, yeah. On stream, no less. Alright. Well, I don't think he molested me. I seem to be doing okay. Yeah, I beat the epilogue. New Vegas is the shit and exactly what Lars wanted from Fallout for the last 20 years, so it offends me that he's not done yet. No, I understand. I have no right to complain about the state of Fallout when I haven't played New Vegas, right? I believe that fully. It should be banned. Wait, you beat the epilogue on stream? No. I beat the normal game on stream. If I ever stream, I will never stream Mother 3 or anything involving moms. Just don't do it. Yeah. Can't be vulnerable. Be weeping. Somebody make an embarrassing gif out of you. Line in here, thank you for the resub. Oh! Did you beat No More Heroes? No. I got to a level that was kind of annoying, and I just haven't gone back yet. I need to, I want to. Thank you, Christopher Rose. I appreciate that. I got to the coffee and donuts level. There's like There's an area that, like, there's just a door I haven't gone to that has a donut in it or some shit. I have not listened to the Dollop podcast, though. No. But yeah, no, I'm gonna beat that game. I have to. I am honor bound. I need to. I want to play Killer is Dead on stream too. And Danganronpa, all the edgy Japanese games. Nier. Yeah, Jeff fucks. You know he does. Women love smart guys. Don't Make Cry. Oh yeah, DMC. Let's talk about weird stories that should really be told. Every single resident in New York City would move homes on May 1st every single year up until World War I. It was such chaos that people couldn't find their friends and family after May 1st because people didn't have plans set up before moving. Wait, why would people move? Oh yeah, beat the Barbie game. Wait, I like SNES Roulette. Man, although Lord BBH does MAME Roulette, and that is the best because arcade games are wild. It's like the perfect format to do a roulette on. And like, fuck it, MAME plays like tens of thousands of games. It's great. And like, there's so much like really good stuff and just utter trash. Like barely functioning. And it's all meant to be like attention grabbing because it's an arcade game. Oh, it's old man hours? We flexing our dad game? Well, I am playing a game made in the 90s, so that's some dad shit. Have you played the Division 2 Private Beta? Yeah. It's the Division. Seems like it's a looter shooter. Catherine was the first game you bought when you got a 360. You have good taste. You excited for a full body? Yeah, Zach, I got over the Division pretty quick. I feel like if it's gonna be a looter shooter, it should at least be like wacky. Like Destiny at least has goofy ass guns, and so does Borderlands and stuff. But if you're gonna like get better gear, I want to look forward to something better than, oh, it's a rifle. Like pop, pop, pop. And I know it amounts to that, but still. At least Guns of Destiny have like fucking pulsing black holes flying all over them and shit. Smash, Bayonetta, Mario, a lot of other stuff. Yeah, Switch is the best. Isn't a Switch worth getting, or is it a $300 Zelda game? I mean, first of all, I'm gonna fucking hot take this shit. I think Breath of the Wild is worth buying a Switch for. But sorry, I think I bit my tongue or something. I keep like tonguing out. But no, the Switch is a fantastic machine. It's got great AAA. It's got really great indie stuff. It's got basically the creme de la creme of like mid-tier Steam, which is what I always wanted. It's got Civilization. There is not a kind of game that doesn't have a good version on Switch. And the fact that it's all portable and like the Pro Controller is amazing. It's got a whole lot going for it. The one thing I wish, my Christmas wish, well, one is that I could replace the screen on mine because I scratched it like an idiot. And then two, you could replace the battery with a higher capacity one. I'd be alright with that. It's not that hard to get to either. Like if you pop off the back and then take off like, you have to take off the heatsink and that there's like a metal cowling that you pop off and then the battery's just right under there. I'm gonna eat that cookie. Wasn't Doom a pretty poor port for the Switch? Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess if you wanna put it, I don't know that there's a really good Twitch shooter. Well, Splatoon. If you want to look for like a really violent, intense shooter, well, Dusk is on there, but I don't know how that port is. And it's not. That's like retro. It's not like peak tech game, but yeah, I can't really speak for the quality of Doom's port, but it's there. If money's tight, I think it's the intersection of basically everything. Oh, great. Now that Jeff is wearing a bracelet, he is a poon magnet. Are you going to sleep? Alright. Supposed to stop and say hi, but I like you guys too much. Oh. Well, thanks for hanging out, man. Needs a tiny tank port. Tiny tank. I don't think I ever played that. Dark Souls Remastered on Switch? Yeah. It's got a Dark Souls. Wait, is that the only Souls-like game on Switch right now? It has, what is it? Nah, I'll flip it. What's the game that's like all fucking synthwave and it's only Fury? Fury's on Switch, so it's like, it's got those. Oh, you're playing Destiny? Hell yeah. Destiny's awesome. Oh, bottle rockets are great. Also, what is this? Have to send Monkey up there? You want some gum? Yeah, Monkey. Is it Ashen on Switch like Dark Souls? I was thinking about Ashen, but I'm pretty sure that's Epic Game Store only, right? I thought. Bayonetta 1 and 2 are on Switch. Bayonetta 3 is gonna be on Switch. So if you want like fast Dark Souls, that's there. Alright. I made a good decision. I need to go back to Bayonetta. Me too. I want to replay 1. And finish 2. I actually never finished Bayonetta 2. I don't think I'm supposed to fight that boss yet. Because I'm by myself. And I think the pencil makes it clear that you come back here later. I remember that boss wiping the floor with you if you try to fight it alone. Also, I don't have the sound stone, so I couldn't even record the melody if I did get past it. Nah. Nah. Yeah, it's been scientifically proven that every game is some form of Dark Souls. Our boys in the lab have been working hard. They crunched all the numbers, and we got the report. Every video game is Dark Souls. Ah, come on. No. Yes. Bayonetta takes your order at Applebee's ASMR. Damn. Oh! Is it wrong that I find it really endearing when there's a thing, and then to make the female version of that thing, you just give it a bow? Like a rock, and then a rock with wearing a ribbon, and you're just like, oh, it's a lady rock. I don't know why, there's something really cute about that. Heteronormative, whatever. Ms. Pac-Man. They're having a good time. They're going on a little monkey date. Should I get Morrowind? I got Oblivion earlier last year and really enjoyed it immensely, but Morrowind seemed pretty hardcore. It is Royal. Royal, yes. Ah! I think these guys are like really tough. I remember. Morrowind is fantastic, but takes getting used to. Yeah, takes getting into. You have to be okay with not knowing what to do. And I don't know if you're okay with that. What the hell is this? There's a hole? I don't think I'm supposed to be down here. Oh. There's a... So there's large iron pencils and large iron erasers. Wait. I use the pencil eraser to get rid of the pencil. So does this mean I use an eraser to get rid of the eraser? And how would you use it? Wouldn't it undo itself when you're holding it? Yeah, Morrowind is free and open. Yeah. Oblivion was very much the kind of the start on console of an RPG that gives you a list of tasks. You tag one, and it tells you exactly where to go. You go there, you stab the thing, you take its ear, and then it tells you where to go back. You take it back, and you turn it in for an award. It lets you sort of automate the process, whereas Morrowind doesn't tell you where to go a lot. A lot of the times it's like the cave northeast of town. So what do? You go northeast of town, and you walk around until you find a cave. It might not even be the right cave. You just got to check it out. You go in there, and a spider eats you alive, and you're like, well, shit. Go back to town, buy some better gear, buy some anti-venom because a spider ate you. Go back, get past the first spider. Guess what? There's another bigger spider, and you still don't even know if this is the right cave. That's Morrowind. Play for 6 hours and you're like, well, I made it 12 feet into a cave. That might not be the right cave. Oh shit, I'm actually low on life. Watch me eat this burger. I'm not doing that much. I want to use this bottle rocket, but I also don't want to die. I'm gonna stun gun him. It's not so bad, actually. Oh, oh shoot! That's a gun. All right. I hope that's better than what I was using. I thought it was like a usable item. That's much more damage. All right. Not dead. Shit. I thought that was gonna get him. One? Jeez. Scary. If I recall, this is like basically at the end, I think. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I got it. Stonehenge. Jesus. Wow, it's real Stonehenge. Does he just sit there and like condescend to everybody? That yeah, here we go. Okay, guys. Because I remember the picnic lunch being like a really good item. Ah, that's nice. But I think like it heals everyone in your party, so it's actually pretty good. Can't believe they put my favorite cake in there. That caveman was very thoughtful. What's up, Joshua? I like the idea of that freedom and figuring out what to do for myself, although I feel like Oblivion is a decent in-between for hardcore gamers and casuals. Yeah, honestly, I feel like Breath of the Wild is the best middle ground. I think it gives enough, it gives scaling tools to people that want to use them. And people who want to like really explore and feel like they're discovering things on their own, I think it really creates that atmosphere for them too. Send you a tune. My friend and I record it for you to listen to at leisure. Yeah. You can if you DM it to me, that's probably the easiest way, or like message via Twitch. Oh yeah, you do know Dungeon Man. What? Who? My son? Oh, can't believe it. You're Jeff, my son. Wow. It's been maybe 10 years. You just shipped him off to like boarding school. Glasses look good on you. You want a donut? Oh, I was only offering. I'd actually also like a donut. This guy's kind of scared. Have you checked? Did you see Stonehenge outside? Well, I asked. Good God. Oh, okay. Why are you here? God. His dad is kind of off. What's up, Patterson? Skyrim is an engine, not a game. Thank you, Zachby. I'm not allowed to complain about Skyrim until I finish. I have to finish Divinity Original Sin 2 and New Vegas. That's the deal. That's the rule I'm gonna hold myself to. Huh? What? Let's get together in 10 years or so. Yeah, we had such a great time. Oh, so we get in a UFO and then psychic thoughts will lead me to my destination. It's weird that, like, the wishy-washy nature of Kingdom Hearts' story bugs me. But this stuff I'm totally okay with. And why is that? I'm trying to figure that out. I think it's because the rules here don't ask for my emotional investment. For them to be like, yeah, get in the UFO, just like psychically listen to somebody and it'll take you there. I feel like that's different than, like, I don't know, than putting emotional weight on that. What do I do to get in? Huh. Wow, he's a real scientist. I'm a dumb Elder Scrolls lore beard, so non-lore friendly is BTFO. No, I don't think we have any anyone opposed to lore here. Kingdom Hearts makes you care about the story, so you get upset when you can't understand it. Seems fair to me. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I sent Funhouse a bunch of PS2 demo discs. Spent about $60 mailing them all to you guys. The first one should have arrived today. Also, I have 2 modded files for the PS2. I can send them if you want me to. A bunch of games. Oh, that's fine, man. Totally okay. Oh, I gotta... This music's sweet. No, I think we're set. A lot of people sent us stuff, but we appreciate that, Lockwood. I think you've given us plenty of fodder. Earthbound is closer to parody than serious. Oh yeah, that's true. Beatloaf, that's true. I think there's intentional notes of absurd humor. So when the rules of the world are absurd, I think it's just like, yeah. It's to me, it's like the difference between a musical that's a comedy, because there's something innately comedic about singing in the middle of a serious moment, and a musical that's dramatically intense. I think when it doesn't ask you to take it seriously, I'm okay with it. When it asks me to take it seriously, then it's like, well, I don't know. I can't be whimsical and serious at the same time. Maybe that's a failing on me. Yeah, no worries. I mean, don't thank me, Durf. You're the one who made music. I haven't done that shit. Close I came was editing together like a lot of tracks in Premiere. Ah, I thought that was in the room. I made it. My psychic thoughts got me here. Yeah, Beatloaf. Sunset Overdrive is so good. When I met Stephanie, she was working on that game, which is awesome. What's the lore for Mother like? It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense and pretty brutal. Jeff's talking. Like, it's weird. The characters very rarely talk, but they talk to you when they join your party, and then they're mute from then on. What was everyone's favorite snack as a kid? Or when you saw it in your lunchbox, you freaked out? Chili cheese Fritos. And yeah, fruit snacks, there was a specific kind. Like the strawberry, the really chewy, or the really soft gummy strawberries. God, now I want strawberry candy. Cheese sticks. You're flying out for an LA for a show in May and April. Is there anything you suggest that I do in LA? That depends entirely what you want to do, man. The city has, like, everything. Which is bragging, but also means that, like, it's not like, yeah, go see the Ferris wheel. Oh, hey. My boy came equipped for such an occasion. Zombies can't get me. He'll mail me a strawberry fruit snack. I added your emote. That's gotta be worth at least 2. What's everyone's favorite lore in games? Game lore. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Yeah, fire, flash, paralysis. He farted. Damn it. Ugh. God, this is going poorly. Okay, man. I gotta make my way to the hospital now. Oh yeah, I guess Jeff is still under level. Oh. Best gaming companion, I gotta think about this one. Alex from Half-Life 2 comes to mind. The baby Metroid from Super Metroid. Wheatley in Portal 2. Yes, yes. Breath of the Wild lacked a good companion. Yeah, it was just you. I'm okay with that. Breath of the Wild was like Metroid Prime level lonesome, and I liked that a lot about it. The fire team from Halo Reach. Those are some solid A #1 bros. Goro from Shenmue. Garrus, yeah. Crowbar in Half-Life. Ah! Dang it. Wasn't paying attention. Smoke from San Andreas. Jesus. Yeah, Wheatley is strong. I should play Portal 2, man. Man, Portal 2 is so fucking good. Oh, Lenny? Yeah. The gang in Red Dead 2. Yeah, there's a lot of just... Man. I'm so fascinated by Red Dead 2 because you can make pretty strong cases for some questionable like gameplay decisions, but the writing is so good. Like, and it's writing that's good for a video game. And I don't mean that like video game writing is usually bad and this writing's good. No, I mean like the writing was written for a video game. It wasn't like a short story that was well written and then adapted. It wasn't like a movie that was adapted. It wasn't like just cutscenes. It was writing that was tuned to the medium of a video game, and there was, which means there had to be volumes of it, and it all had to be good, and they did it. They fucking did it, and that's just like, that should be the milestone. That should be what it's celebrated for. Hopefully someday. Why are they running into the tent? I got Jeff now. Maybe some shit's going on. I want to go to the hotel first, though. So, yeah. I believe that... Well, whatever. I guess you can't control how things are remembered. Hey! Slime generator. Sick. What does that do? It's a sticky substance that stops the enemy from moving. It can be used many times. Cool. Yeah, Elizabeth's pretty good. I just, as a character, they go weird places with her by the end. I think it kind of fell apart. Character consistency. Alright. I am actually going to mix it up a little bit because you guys got me thinking about Portal 2. So I'm just gonna play Portal 2 now. I'm going to... yeah, I need to finish Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, I was playing it on console, I think. Wasn't I playing it on Xbox One? Getting those Chivos? Game Switch, take a shot. Actually, I might go make a drink. Theo from Celeste. Add Portal 2 to the list. This is just an impulse play. Well, there's also like Half-Life 1, System Shock 2. Like, there were a lot of dumb things that I... dabbled in. It's good to remember. Good to remember the greats. All right, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to start downloading it. I make no promises. If it looks like it's going to be done reasonably soon, then I'll just get into it. I'll like play the first hour or so. And if it but if it's going to take like 20 minutes, I'll just say fuck it. So we'll see in a minute. Be right back.